Session 1. It begins. After 2 days' travel, I made it to my destination, Port Soleil. Miraculously, I ran into a handsome dragonborn woman almost immediately upon entering the city. Her only goal in life was to accompany me to an inn. Very convenient, because an inn is what I seek. We approached a bustling building. The sign out front says The Cove. I made it. The dragonborn mumbles something as she departs with her tip. Perhaps a silver is less than customary in Port Soleil. As I sit at the bar, the chimes of many bells ringing gets my attention. On the stage is a goat woman in an elaborate white dress covered with bells. I hope she doesn't plan on sneaking around later. Her tale is interesting, and the crowd waiting for her to finish her performance. Before I can order my dinner, a door in the back of the room opens with a clang. Out walks Drexiel. He catches my eye and beckons me to follow. Surprisingly, he gestures for the goat woman to follow as well as she finishes her story to the cheers of the patrons. I descend into a private room where a group of individuals have been eagerly awaiting my presence, apparently. I seat myself near a child. What a strapping young lad. He will probably look up to me as a father figure before the night is through. Drexiel welcomes us with a nice speech. Apparently I am not the only one with interest in that manor in Soleil. Before we go back to Soleil, we need to find the family seal, which is being kept under lock and key at a local estate. This seems like it will be a good test to see our capabilities. I accept. Finally, I am offered food. Drexiel leaves the room for a moment and we speak a bit to get to know one another. Oh, cute. The boy is already looking up to me. He must be uncomfortable in this kind of situation as he emulates my every move and gesture. He tells me about a delicacy called a chicken nugget and promises to make some for me when we are traveling on the road. The fish is tasty. The boy graciously offers me his asparagus. I can't really hear what the elf has to say. I nod along. The Kokiri seems untrusting. Well, why should I trust you? I am offered more fish from my new for someone to lead the charge on this mission. Drexiel returns to lead us to Joanna, who we will be escorting who will be escorting us by boat to where our journey will start. We reminisce for a time on the wonderful stage play Sweeney Todd. Surprisingly, the elf is the only one who has seen it. She can't be that bad, then, even if my mutilated ears can't make out most of what she says. I make a wonderful rendition from my favorite musical number of the play. The goat woman gasps in awe as the Kokiri brushes tears from her face. We depart by boat and head towards the north end of the cove. Drexiel explains there is an underwater passage leading to a secret dock of the estate that we are visiting. We need to be quiet, remain unseen. Got it. I light up my dagger and dive into the water. The entrance to the passage is forward. I stop at an air pocket to make sure the others can catch their breath. Where's Drexiel? I thought he was accompanying us, but I guess I was mistaken. I lead on, making sure to stop for air in several pockets I find along the way. There's light up ahead. We're almost there. I hang back to make sure everyone makes landfall. And suddenly my boot is caught and I am pulled downward. Looking down, I see a large crab. Those legs, they have a lot of meat on them. As I attempt to cut myself free, the rest of my companions join the fight. We make short work of the crabs, thanks to my phenomenal fighting prowess and leadership. I hear something, though. Something is coming. From both directions. Oh, look, there's Drexiel. I guess he is joining us after all. Turning towards the other end of the tunnel, something large approaches. The eerie red glow from my dagger reflects off thousands of jagged teeth. This will be a worthy foe. I quickly make my way to the pocket of air, and then summon my divine power to cook the creature. It goes down easily. As it sinks, I follow. I hear crocodile tastes better than chicken. I cut off a nice chunk where my power roasted it to a nice medium rare. Nearby is a fallen crab. I quickly detach a leg with my dagger and follow the others. We make our way out of the tunnel to a secret dock. Again I take the lead, granting those that need my help the power to see beyond their current capabilities. Quite salty from the brine of the seawater, the CotC eyes it, and I offer them some. Their mouth waters and tears once again spill from their eyes as they thank me for what may be the best thing they have ever tasted. They are slowly earning my trust. The secret is in the radiant fire of my God. Don't leave it in the same spot for too long. You need to move steadily with the beam of power. The estate is patrolled by guards, and there are a few servant quarters littering the grounds. To the east, there is what appears to be a garden. That should provide good cover. I head way. I notice several guards patrol around the main house and take note of the patrol pattern. We all agree that what we are looking for is likely on the third story. The CotC volunteers to scale the building. I encourage them. This will be easy. They in fact do make it look easy as they pull themselves onto the third floor balcony. We hide in the bushes as a patrol approaches. Panicking, Tyrial mutters something under his breath. The guard hears and starts heading our way. I quickly jump into action and put him to sleep, catching him as he falls to the ground. I quickly and skillfully hog-tie and gag him. He starts to stir. Go to sleep, go to sleep, go to sleep. I conk him on the head with the hilt of my rapier as he visits slumberland. I quickly take my blanket from my pack and tuck him away under the bushes, hiding his armor from the reflection of the patrol's lantern lights. I look up and notice everyone is staring at me. What are you doing? Get up there! Tyrial takes the place of the patrol I incapacitated, and as again, it is up to us to finish the mission. The elf starts to pull herself up the rope, arm over arm. Use your legs, I whisper as she ascends. The next patrol approaches as we get low and hide. After they pass, the boy ascends next. He makes a racket like you wouldn't believe. As he is pulled over the rail of the third floor balcony, a window opens and a knight in plate yells down. Hey, what was that noise? I see Tyrial on the other side of the bush that is concealing me, and I use my power to bless his words. I tripped. I can almost hear the exasperated sigh as the knight closes the window and the light recedes. The goat woman assures me she will stay here and that she has a plan, so I go up next. I know the lad must feel terrible for alerting the guards. How come? I knock my foot against the window as I ascend. Oh, that was the first floor. I mend the window. I am now on the second floor. This is the right one. I kick my legs hard and run up the remainder of the wall. Now no one can make the little guy feel bad for blowing our cover. As I get over the railing, the elf woman knocks her dagger's pommel against the glass door. It cracks and then loudly shatters. And then the other door shatters loudly in the night. It looks like my efforts to help the boy not feel bad were in vain. Trumpets blare across the grounds. This is going to be fun.